No doubt, dude. So let's kind of transfer it over to the Patriots and the Texans. Now we have a resident Texan fan, Coach Donte. I want to get your. Let's just start with you, man. So your initial thoughts on the game? What did you come away from it thinking about the game between the Pats and Texans?
Um, well, first of all, when we was up 22-9, I never thought the Texans were winning the game. I just really never thought we were winning the game. We were all, as when I go to coach my football team, even though if I see my team up 20-0 and stuff like that, I would never think a game is over.
True.
And the Texans, they played two good halves. They played two good halves. That's all they played. And I thought the offense was stagnant. Chris Moore came out of nowhere, had a good game. He's a special teamer. There's rumors that Brandon Cooks may be on the trading block. This team fights hard. They compete. We had 4 turnovers all last year. We already got 10. That's Lovie Smith, the defensive coordinator. That's him. This defense competing hard. Justin Reed is just a very good safety. But I was even surprised how well we played the Patriots. Even though we lost by 3, the Patriots did run the clock out, and it was smart by Bill Belichick, which is, y'all should have beat Tampa Bay. Bill Belichick handed Tom Brady the game, going for that 56-yard field goal in the rain instead of going for it on 4th and 3 when y'all was gashing them in short yards situation. That was a game that Bill Belichick basically gave up on that. Y'all should have won that game, but other than that, we can't run the football. Offensive line can't block anybody. The receivers got open in this game. The receivers got open very much. They scorched the Patriots. J.C. Jackson, their cornerbacks. But the problem is, similar to the Bears, we didn't make the plays down the stretch. Too many 3-and-outs. Got too comfortable with the lead. Defense was tired on the field. Offense had multiple 3-and-outs, including at midfield. The last pass that Davis Mills threw to Chris Moore. I don't know what happened on that drive. Patriots got the ball back, went down there and scored. And Patriots was able to run the clock out. But I'm very proud of this Texas team, the way they played, the way they fought hard. Other than the Buffalo Bills game, when I just thought Davis Mills just stunk up everything. The offense just stunk. Defense on the field too long. But I like the way this team competing. And I like the way David Culley, his leadership, and he has this team competing, not giving up, going hard every single play. We are 1-4 right now, but right now we hasn't played as a 1-4 team as of late. Every game we fought hard. The Cleveland game, we'd have beat them. I thought we'd have beat them, but we had Tyrod Taylor. He was clearly outplaying Baker Mayfield in that game before he tore his hamstring.
Yes.
He was clearly outplaying.
He's
Baker.
good.
No doubt.
Tyrod
So
is good.
agreed.
He's clearly outplaying him. I thought we could have beat the Panthers if Tyrod Taylor was in the ball game, if he played. So
You're right.
other than that, I thought Davis Mills was incredible against the Patriots. Against
So good.
Bill Belichick, a coach that knows how to make life miserable for rookies. I thought Davis Mills definitely handled himself really well and played great in that ball game. But other than that, got to give credit to the Patriots for coming back, taking the game more than the Texans losing the game. I give credit to the Patriots, and I'll say, man, this team fights hard, man.
Yep.
Oh, I agree.
Bobby, go ahead.
They're a good team. No, that's all I was going to
No, they let me just say this. The Texans gave the Patriots everything they could handle. They did. They gave them everything they could handle, man. And Davis Mills looked pretty good, dude. I'm not gonna lie. He torched that Patriots secondary. Torched them. It was a bad day for the New England secondary. Mills was slinging all like they couldn't cover anything. That kid Moore absolutely he torched J.C. Jackson twice, like, and I mean absolutely burnt him twice. It wasn't even funny. J.C. was chasing him down 2 steps behind him. It wasn't even close. Mills, he impressed me, dude. One of the things I saw from the Texans was they don't quit, man. They don't quit. They play the whole game. The Pats just came out in the second half, and they were I don't know where the motivation and the sense of urgency was in the first half, but there was none, and the Texans just jumped on them. They took advantage of that laid back mentality and laid back play and the loose play from the secondary, and Mills just the middle of the field was wide open again, and he took full advantage of it. And I give credit to Houston for recognizing that the Pats came out flat, and just when a team comes out flat like that, you got to take advantage of it, and they did.
I mean, Chris Conley, the play that Davis Mills threw a pass to Chris Conley. I don't know who blew coverage on that play for the Patriots, that touchdown by Chris Conley. But I mean, I got to give credit to Davis Mills, man. He's the type of rookie. When I watch him play, he's gonna have some ins and outs, some inconsistencies. He's gonna have some good games and some bad games. And if you're a team in playoff contention, teams like the Texans, Lions, or tough teams like that have nothing to play for, you don't want to play those teams if you're in playoff contention, because those are the type of teams that will kind of rattle you a little bit and end your playoff hopes. But like I said, again, I'm proud of the way this team played. I was surprised the way we came out, and at halftime, I can guarantee you the Patriots were shell-shocked the way the Texans came out and played that game. They were not expecting the Texans to be close. No, we lost 40-0. We lost 40-0 against Buffalo.
The Texans punched them. The Texans punched them in the mouth in the first half. They're scared. The Pats were not ready for that. The Patriots were not ready in that first half. They were not ready at all.
The Patriots forgot they had a football game for the first half. They forgot they had a football game against the Houston Texans. They did not come out and play well.
They did not look good in the first half. Luckily they were able to pull it together. And I mean, the final drive from Mac Jones was just 11 of 12 on the way down to set the field goal up. Out of a rookie, you couldn't. I don't think you could ask for much more out of him, a rookie quarterback in a big spot like that, having to make that, a game-winning drive like that. And he impressed once again. Jones impressed me again under pressure and being able to handle himself the way he did.
This is just after an article came out too. I think it was ESPN that said Mac Jones is overrated and he'll never be like anything like Tom Brady. And then he goes out and he makes a game-winning play.
Nobody's going to be anything like Tom Brady. ESPN can suck a nut.
Got a game-winning drive though out of this week. So
he's playing better than any rookie quarterback that came
he's
out
the
of
best.
The
he's got the best rookie quarterback stats this whole year.
That's probably true.
Best rookie quarterback right now in the league. Right?
And I think we all predicted that too. With it's the Patriots. They're going to set them up for success.
The scouting report on Mac Jones when he was coming out of college was that he is the most NFL plug-and-play ready quarterback in the draft. He might not have the highest ceiling, but he is right now, straight out of the draft, plug-and-play NFL ready, which is you could see it. He's NFL ready. He's surviving on the field and making good decisions, and he's acting like a competent NFL quarterback.
Oh yeah.
Ross, what did you take out of the Pats game?
Okay, let me get on camera so I can look at CoachDonte directly. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Coach, legit. If you are a fan of football, let's be honest, not both teams played at their best, but this was an entertaining football game. Again, you guys put your foot on the gas and you never stopped from the first quarter. Again, you guys went risky. You guys just went for it. You went to that kid all day. You guys had 293 total passing yards. You guys literally 21 for 29, 312 yards, 3 tutties. Again, this was a great game to watch, first and foremost, because me growing up, I watched all football. I'm a Patriots fan, but I love football. That's just me. I've been watching for 33 years, and generally seeing great football, just a back and forth, it was a great football game. And again, you guys have a lot to be proud of, especially with all the turmoil that's gone on, all the nonsense, all the stupidity by Bill O'Brien, all that. And then you come in here, you still try to stand with all these good teams in the league, and you always make it an interesting game. You guys have potential for the future. It's just right now you're trying to put the pieces back together. One of the biggest things I got to say to you is, like, you guys have a future. It might not be right now playoff bound, but again, you have some amazing pieces on that team that people are just sleeping on.
That kid Moore impressed the hell out of me. He torched JC Jackson twice, and I mean like torched him. Like JC was 3 steps behind him trying to chase him down. It wasn't even funny.
Like
Bill O'Brien is an absolute joke of a head coach. In a general matter, he's a goddamn joke. That's what Bill O'Brien is right now. And I'll say again, man, I'm proud of the way this team played. And I'm shocked in Chris Moore. Chris Moore played pretty much his whole career on special teams with the Ravens. He played pretty much his whole career on special teams. So he's actually not known as a wide receiver. Chris Conley is a guy that's considered as not getting open, has a hard time getting open. Well, he didn't have a hard time getting open last week against the Patriots because someone blew coverage on that play. I don't know who it was. Someone blew coverage on that play because
Donte, they blew coverage all afternoon, bro.
Hey, Chris,
they blew coverage all afternoon.
The only thing that was covered up when Davis Mills threw that ball, got down the goddamn sideline, and Chris Moore catches that football. That was an awesome catch by Chris Moore on the sideline, going up with 2 hands. That was an awesome catch, but Chris Moore.
I thought that flea flicker from Ingram was crazy.
Yeah.
And you guys had a great game plan too. Like, I gotta say, your game plan. Let's put it this way, okay? You stopped our run. First step to being the Patriots, and then you were able to throw the ball against our secondary. Like, you guys had a fantastic game plan. If we didn't have the ability of Judon rushing your quarterback, like, it would have been a completely different ball game. And then the fact that Mac Jones had to put the team on his back with no O-line and drive for 231 yards. And I mean, the numbers are not exactly impressive, but that TD pass to Henry, like, was the only reason we locked up one of the big reasons that we locked up this game. And you guys had a great game plan. And I got to tip my hat. You got us flat-footed, and you almost pulled that off. That was a fun game to watch.
Oh, dude, no, they knew exactly what they were going to do. They came out. The Texans just came out with more energy than the Pats did in the first half. That's what it was. They just came out with more energy, and they caught the Pats sleeping. Like JC Jackson, like, had a horrible day. The entire secondary got absolutely torn apart in the first half. Like, it was bad. The Davis Mills and the Tech and and that kid Moore and Conley, bro, they tore apart the Pats secondary. It wasn't even funny.
I just love. I was gonna say I just love how I tuned in to. It was like the perfect time I tuned in. I don't remember exactly how much time it was on the clock, but the Pats were down just like 7 points or something like that. And I was just like, Pats are coming back and stuff like that. And everybody's like, I hope so, man. I hope so. And then they clutched it out, man. It is. I mean, you expect that. You expect that with the well-coached team like that. You expect them to clutch it out. But you're right, man. Like, they almost had him in the first half. I was kind of, I was only watching the highlights because I was locked in on the Bears game. But I was like, damn, Houston, man, what's going on here?
They're not a joke. In a couple of years, you're going to start seeing some big things out of Houston. And especially when that trade goes in for Deshaun. Look at how much pick power and buying power you're going to have.
That's what I want to talk about.
They need to. It's going to be a ballsy move, but they should trade Deshaun Watson because they can. You guys should go to a team like Miami and just be like, just absolutely pants them for Watson.
So Donte, what do you know about this? At least like what's holding him back from being on the field exactly? Like, besides he doesn't want to be in Houston.
I think.
I haven't heard much on the news on what's going on. Like, I think that's on purpose. I think they're trying to keep that on the down low as much as they can until they figure out what's going on.
Have you heard anything, Donte?
I haven't heard nothing. Deshaun Watson been absolutely quiet, so I haven't heard really anything. And just like you said, I can see nothing really that, like I said again, he doesn't want to be in Houston. He just doesn't want to be here. I mean, he saw the way DeAndre Hopkins, his best receiver, was traded, and he just didn't like the direction that we were going. I would like to see Deshaun Watson gave David Culley an opportunity to see what this team can do. Because with Deshaun Watson, we're clearly a far better team. Deshaun Watson gets the Houston Texans about 7 or 8 wins easily this year.
That's true.
And again, I would like to see what he can do with David Culley. And even on a bad year, Deshaun Watson had 33 touchdowns, 7 interceptions with practice squad wide receivers and Brandon Cooks. Basically a C team that was on the field, no defense, and Deshaun Watson was able to keep us in every football game last year. We wasn't a 4-12 team. We was better than 4-12, but the problem is when your defense is 29th in the league and not stopping me out there, can't even stop me out there. That is a problem when your defense is 29th in the National Football
Like, you guys should
League.
dangle if Deshaun Watson if Deshaun Watson really does want out and you want to like go through with it, I would dangle him in front of the Lions and just be like, because he's better than Jared Goff, and they're gonna have a top 3 pick in the draft, and you guys could go get your quarterback if you wanted to.
Yep.
Well, Goff ain't too bad.
Or
either.
you could stick with Davis Mills as a bridge guy. You could stick with Davis Mills as a bridge guy and pick you a number 1 receiver.
Yep. I wanted, if this wouldn't be too bad of an idea, but if you can keep Deshaun Watson into trade, into the draft, and really into the draft, if you're not sold on Davis Mills, maybe you can use Deshaun Watson as trade bait for the draft, because you know some teams gonna want to at the top of the draft gonna want to need a quarterback.
That's what I mean. Take Detroit's like number 2 pick and just be like, here, I want the number 2 pick, and just here's Deshaun Watson, and I want your pick. That's what I would do.
Yep. Because he's a transcendent quarterback at the end of the day. He's a transcendent quarterback. You know what you're getting out of Deshaun Watson. You're getting a superstar. Is Jared Goff a superstar? Nope. He's an average quarterback. Deshaun Watson literally makes your team better when the moment he walks into that locker room.
I agree, and you could probably get a haul for him. You can get a huge haul for him if he can just clear these charges or whatever they are, these allegations. I'm not even sure what they are anymore because we don't have any information. So that's the weird thing. It's like everyone just speculates at this point, and he's just a super talented guy on the bench.
I think they are trying to work it out, and I just think they're trying to do it behind the scenes so it doesn't distract the team. You know what I mean? They don't want it to distract the team, so I think they are, dude. I'm agreeing with you. I think they're trying to figure it out.
They want to get him out of there.
Well, they want to figure out what they're going to do with him.
Yep.
Yeah, he's too valuable to just sit there.
Well, that's what I mean. A guy of his talent, and he's just sitting there doing that's a waste. That's a waste.
Can't happen.
So I'm agreeing with you. I think they are. I think they are trying to do something.
But I want to say one
They'd be
thing
crazy
before we
not
move
to.
on from the Texans. And I just want to look the receiving core numbers for that game, average per yards for your receiving core coach. 21.8 yards per catch. Chris Moore 21.8. Chris Conley 28.
God.
Pharaoh Brown 11.0 yards per catch. Anthony Auclair 11.0. Dude, like, again, if you can get half that consistency across the season, you guys gain more chemistry going into next season. Like, you guys have a really high ceiling already in some factors. And imagine you get a real confident quarterback back there. Like, say you make a big move after you trade Deshaun, or you get that stuff going. Like, this is definitely a team to look out for in the next couple of years. You know, a lot of things are changing.
Without a doubt.
Yep.
Especially with Bill O'Brien gone.
Oh, thank God. Don't even bring him up. Don't get me started. Really, thank
So
God.